a lot of people say that the silver bullet is the best strategy, but no one actually teaches it the way I'm going to show you today. Let's get straight into how you can actually trade the silver bullet strategy. So first comes first, you only trade within a London kill zone session, okay, which is from 7 a.m. until 11 a.m. on a 5-minute time frame. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is mark out the highs and the lows of Asian session. As you can see, I'm using an indicator to actually mark out my Asian session, which is why there's a blue highlighted area here, and it also marks out my London and New York session. So what we need to first do is actually mark out our highs, right? So as you can see, that's the highs of Asian session, and this right here would be the lows of Asian session. And as soon as we mark out the highs and the lows, what we need to do now is annotate it. So this is Asian highs range, and we're going to be doing the exact same for the lows, right? So as you can see, this is Asian lows range, right? So as soon as you mark out the Asian highs range and Asian lows range, what we need to do now is identify which part of price actually gets liquidated first. Is it the highs or is it the lows? So if I play price forward now, we're just waiting for one of these two areas to get swept. You can see it's going towards the upside, now it's the downside, and as you can see right there, the lows have completely been swept. And then you can just make sure you pay close attention to the candle that we got just after that. Okay, so as you can see, the way we got a very engulfing candlestick after it straight away, even says it here. But first we need to find a breakage of structure or fractional highs in this instance, because we are trading the highs since Asian sessions lows have been swept. We need to find where breakage of structure, where fractional highs have been swept, and then we can reinforce our market structure shift with an engulfing candlestick if it's possible, right? So what we're looking for is an area above here to actually get swept by price, right? So as you can see, this is the area we're looking for. This is going to be our market structure shift right here. So we're just waiting for this area to get swept. So if I play price forward one more time, as you can see, boom, there you go. So the highs have completely been swept, and I'm going to be actually explaining why this is our market structure shift and why it couldn't be this one or this one or this one, right? So you can see if I put that back there, as you can see right there, we got our market structure shift. But what do we need? What do we actually need to do now? So we reinforced it with an engulfing candlestick, sure, but now we need to identify a fair value gap, and then we can overlap the fair value gap on a market structure shift to get even a higher probability, and from then on we can literally just execute the trade, right? So all I need to do now is literally mark out my area of FEG. So as you can see, this is my FEG area. What I'm going to do is actually place my long position right there and place my actual stop loss just at the bottom of this highlighted area, right? And as soon as I do that, I'm going to place my trade as a 1 to 4, because I'm very confident in this trade. It has very good structure, and this trade, you know, it never ever fails me, right? So when I trade it, so I'm showing you exactly how you can trade it the way I trade it, so you can make profits too. So as you can see right there, so if I play price forward, as you can see, price have entered right there, and I was going towards the upside, going up, completely smashing my take profit, right? And this is this isn't luck, and this isn't any, you know, random occurrence. I've actually gotten the perfect checklist right here, and there's somewhere else where you can get a perfect checklist. But look, if you're a serious trader and you've never even touched a single funded account in your life before, listen, just hand it over to Funded Flow Management right now, because we have 585 satisfied users, right? They all join. This is what they do. They join, and then they get an account with us, any prop firm they want. We even get them 20% off the account cost, okay? We get them a 25k account all the way up to 400k account. We pass it and get them funded in 4 to 5 days, and then in the first 21 days we get them a payout, and you never even have to pay. You never have to pay before we get you a payout. So the only way you'll pay is with the payout money that we get you, and that's after it lands in your bank account. So make sure you do join the first link in the description, because we only allow 5 people in per day. So if you miss that, then you will never ever be able to join again. So make sure you do join. And once you join, make sure you do actually put an emoji on the most recent post, a fire emoji, so I know that you came from this video, right? So I'm going to explain on a fundamental level now how you can trade this strategy and how this strategy will serve you in the long run, when actually trading, you know, New York session or London session, sorry. So what you're going to do is wait for Asian session to do whatever it wants, but once it gets to your specific trading time, what you're going to be doing now is marking out your highs and your lows, right? So let's say this is your highs and this is your lows right here. Once you have your highs and your lows completely marked out, what you need to do now is wait for price to actually sweep one of these two areas. So let's say it completely swept the highs, for example. What you're going to do now is mark your highs out as your liquidity sweep. So this is Asian liquidity sweep, right? So as soon as you get the Asian liquidity sweep, what you're gonna do now is actually wait for price to come back down into the area to completely give you that breakage of structure, right? So it'll be something like this, giving you a breakage of structure, right? So as soon as you get a breakage of structure, all you're gonna be doing now is there's going to be a breakage of structure / market structure shift. All you're going to be doing now is actually marking out your fair value gap. So you're going to be marking out your fair value gap right here. It's going to be fair value gap right there. And as soon as we get a fair value gap, all you've got to do now is literally enter your position, short position right there, placing your stop loss just below the first candle of the FEG and placing your take profit as a 1 to 3, or you can actually place it at Asian sessions lows, right? As you can see, the lows are right here, it matches up with it right there, and now you could just place it there. So all you've got to do now is literally wait for price, come back and down into the area, sweep this area right here, and then go up, completely sweep the highs, right, or the lows of Asian session, and there you go. You would have completely won that trade, making $3,000 to $4,000 to $5,000 just within that one trade if you have a high capital account, which I personally do, and that's how I make thousands and thousands of dollars literally just trading Euro USD and GBP USD, right? This works on GBP USD, Euro USD, NAS 100, S&P 500, and gold. Okay, so that's all you need to do there. But anyway guys, that's gonna be the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.